welcome to another episode of Park and Play. I've found another extremely interesting gentleman here in the park. This is
Rod McCumber. Yeah.
And I'm going to flip this around because Rod is quite an accomplished musician, and today's going to be a little bit different, where we're going to have Rod perform. So I'll flip this around and do the episode that way. So stay tuned. So Rod, what brings you here today? You seem to have a mandolin as well,
I do,
yeah. Tell me about your affinity with music to date.
Well, I grew up. I guess the first instrument I had was an auto harp when I was in first grade, and that was the beginning of my love for music. And I took piano lessons, and the whole life has been drawn to music.
Wow.
And,
did you come from a musical household?
Not particularly. My brother played guitar, which inspired me to be interested in the guitar, but we did sing. I mean, my dad and my brother and I, when we traveled, it would be pack up all my cares and woe, here I go. You know, stuff from the 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and that.
And tell me about your journey with music in this country, in the United States. Is there anything interesting about your research and how you've come across music and its association with the United States? Because it's such a rich country culturally, you know, like the art that has been produced here is so original. It takes a lot from different stylings from around the world.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, I've always had a real inclination to like music that wasn't necessarily mainstream. So Lassa de Sela, not known in the United States, but an incredible musician. I got into Romanian gypsy music, Tibetan monks, and just anything like that sort of like titillated my brain with difference. You know, kind of breaking the rules as I knew them musically. So that's and also in classical with Schoenberg and you name it.
Oh wow! And tell me about your journey with the guitar, and I guess the mandolin here. So far, how long have you been playing guitar?
I started that in junior high.
Yep.
Yeah. Got interested in Chet Atkins, started playing with that, and then got into some folk music and played a lot of things, and then did about 8 years professionally, playing alone solo in cocktail lounges.
Wow.
And it helped me put me through college too. Yeah. Financially. So
likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise. Absolutely.
So then when my wife passed away about 8 years ago, I went to I decided to travel the country, and I've been doing that ever since. I started in a van.
Wow.
And in the process, some friends gave me a mandolin. I'd never played a mandolin before, and it rode with me for several years until I met somebody that played guitar, and we traveled together, and she loved a certain kind of music, and I wasn't interested in playing guitar with it, so I pulled out the mandolin. I absolutely fell in love with it. Every guitar player should try the mandolin.
Yeah. Why is that? Why should every guitar player?
It's the tuning on the guitar is sort of, to me, adversarial.
Yeah.
Because the difference in the strings when you're tuning it.
Yeah.
You've got one string that's tuned different.
Right.
Okay. The mandolin, every string is tuned exactly the same distance. So if I learn something on these two strings, I can go on any other two strings and do exactly the same thing.
Right.
So it makes solo playing really easy.
Wow.
It's just.
Is it quite temperamental of an instrument? Like, does it throw out a tune?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. Well, it's a common known fact that mandolin players spend most of their time tuning their mandolins.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily so. There's some mighty good mandolins made out there now that hold the tune. Strings are getting better, you know. So
does each mandolin have a different personality, do you
there
think?
are some. This is an A style.
Yeah.
And it just is like this, but it's not as loud of a mandolin, whereas the mandolin that's used for bluegrass most commonly has an extra arm sticking out here, fancier on the headstock, but something in this design allows it to project a lot louder. And then there's mandolin. Today I went to a store where they had the old style mandolins that actually had a rounded belly. And it was flat here and then dipped down. And it has a sort of a sweeter, rich sound as opposed to the American, this style here.
Wow. I mean, it would be wonderful if you could demonstrate exactly what you're describing here with the mandolin. And maybe we can then cut back to your guitar playing.
But demonstrate?
I would love for you just to play a piece that really demonstrates the beauty of this instrument, if that's okay, or what you know
sure.
about it so far.
Now I just did that on these two strings.
Yeah.
I can go to the next two strings. Or the next two strings. And in music, in a lot of common music, folk music and other things, other musics like that, you might just play 3 different chords, okay? So if I'm playing this here, I can go to the other strings, back to, so I've played all of those without changing anything except the strings I was on. Totally same fingering.
Interesting. Very interesting.
The mandolin has a very short sound.
Yeah.
It dies very quickly, whereas a guitar
Resonates.
keeps resonating.
Yeah.
So as a result, that's why you'll hear a mandolin and with that tremolo, you can create different feelings. You can play with the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Or you can play very fast. So it gives you enough things to play around with that you can do some. People who play bluegrass can sound much, much different than somebody who plays classical.
Is it quite transferable? Meaning, if you've played guitar for a long time, is everything that you've learned on guitar quite transferable to the mandolin?
Well, the tuning is different.
Right.
7 steps, 5 steps.
Got you.
Okay, so that tuning is different, but it doesn't take long to discover the similarities. And once you start to learn patterns, so I know that this is a C chord here. Once you start to know patterns, then you start to pick up melody pretty quickly. Yeah.
Interesting.
So no, it's the disadvantage is that you have to be a lot better on this at it in order to accompany yourself singing. It's a thinner song, da, 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 and that can get pretty tiring. With a guitar, you have much more to work with.
Right.
You can build more complexity into it, fuller chords and things like that.
Interesting. Well, is there a song today that you would like to perform that kind of defines like who you are maybe a song that you appreciate. It might be an original song or a cover song, something that that just literally resonates with you.
I'm just going to do a common song that goes way back to the musical, Summertime, and it can be played so many ways. I'm just going to do it sort of like a jazz version. Throw in a little whistling. Summertime, and the living is easy. Summertime, and the living is bright. Summertime, and the living is easy. Come on, brother, won't you live for a while?